Detroit Regional with top 48, Dylan Hurst.
What's up?
What'd you play?
I played True Draco, finished 46th place. Top cut was 48, so I was able to squeeze in. Finished X3 out of 9 rounds.
All right, well, let's get into the list.
All right, so I played Draco. So starting off, 3 copies of Inspector Border. It's your walking floodgate against like Salamangreat, Orcust, Thunder Dragon. Just normal summoning this card going first just auto wins you the game basically. So there's no reason not to play it. I always love seeing this card and it forces my opponent to work around it. Into the Dracos, I played the 1 Dynamite obviously, and then 2 Ignis Heat and 1 Majesty Maiden. I like these ratios. You don't want to see too much of these monsters. You really want to be able to kind of search them and start kickstarting your engine. And since I'm not playing Desires, there's no real reason for me to run a whole bunch of those. So yeah, I really like that ratio.
All right.
Going into the spells, 3 Diagram, 2 Terraforming. No real need to explain this. Triple Heritage and triple Draco Phoenix. No need to explain this. For the draw cards, I played Potted Duality and Carded Demise at 3. I am not a fan of Desires at all. It forces you to play cards, just overcompensate with cards that you don't want to see, and then your hands get cloggy. But you also don't want to banish all your stuff. So I just decided to cut it from the deck entirely. I didn't miss it. I had no shortage of draw power throughout the tournament. 1 copy of Cult by Grave. People are gonna like destroy me for this, but my ideology behind it was just it's a 4th copy of Inspector Border. Just stopping hand traps, especially like going second when your opponent already has an established board. And then 1 copy of Upstart, because draw power is good.
39 cards.
Yeah, 39 with Upstart. Onto the traps, 3 Apocalypse, 1 Return. Don't need to explain this. 3 copies of There Can Be Only One. This is another card that really is like killing the meta right now. Just flipping this against Salad. Big combo decks can't do what they want to do under this card, so that that really helps out. And just flipping this at any point, it's good going first and second. 3 copies of Crackdown, insane card. You can do some crazy plays with this. Since I play an extra deck build, this card obviously you take an opponent's monster and you can just kind of hold it and do whatever you want. 3 copies of Compulsory Evacuation Device. This was kind of my spicy tech for the format. I felt like with everyone making links and stuff and trying to do combos, that just being able to just wipe away all those resources that they worked so hard to build, just lets them, it just forces the duel to kind of be stale and force your opponent to run out of resources quicker. And then 1 Solemn Judgment, because this card is dummy good. So that does it for the main deck. Onto the extra deck. I wasn't a fan of playing Monarch's Erupt along with Border. I felt that they contradict each other, so I was like, I might as well build an extra deck. So for links, we got Borload, Deco Tucker, Phoenix, and Cerberus. None of these ever came up today. There just wasn't, you don't really want to make links, but I figured it was good to have them. But on the other hand, this little delinquent duo we got here, this was the reason I was able to win Mystic Mine. A lot of people think that Mystic Mine is like really free for Draco, but once they start putting Scald on board and they start stacking your deck so you can't do anything, you need a way to stall. And so basically turning 2 tokens into a land for Incus and then making that into a Secure Gardener, it gets monsters off your field and you're stopping burn damage. Hayate, Kagari, Sky Striker matchup. Crackdown is a big part of my plays, so you always want to be able to take their opponent's monsters and do the best you can to capitalize on that extra resource you have available to you. Moving on to the Xyz. Number 14, Greedy Saramea. Another card that helped me out a lot in the Mystic Mind matchup. It just stalls, it's Leonidas on legs, and it's much more accessible. So I like that. And then I also played Volcasaurus and Durendal. None of those really came up though. Dingirsu. So this is some spice that my boy Dustin told me. You know what I'm saying? This is the Spice Rack exclusive right here, baby. So I went up against Orcus twice, and the big play is trying to use cards like Compulse and what's that stupid card?
Crackdown?
Yeah, Crackdown. Sorry, I'm like dead right now. To kind of pressure them into basically sitting on an open link monster, and you can crack down their link monster and then just overlay it into a Dingirsu, and now you have this monster that's going to send a card they control to the graveyard, and you're going to protect your plays. This card was dummy good in the matchup. Shout out to Dustin.
You're welcome.
Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, just kind of wanted generic cards for matchups. I actually did play Cyber Dragon, and this came in handy. Cyber Dragon is such a weird matchup, and it ultimately just depends on how good their hand is. So I didn't want to underestimate it, just played this, made everything easier. I didn't really know what to play for the last 2 card slots, so I just kind of threw in some waifus for good fortune. So, you know, we got the Sucker. I love her boots, you know what I'm saying? She's got a nice sense of fashion. You know, I like her. I think she's adorable. And then Trickstar Holly Angel, man, this is the girl. This is my favorite card art of all time. Love this card.
I mean, Vampire Sucker could come up though, right?
Yeah, but if Trickstar Holly Angel was a secret rare, like,
oh man.
Anyways, on to more important things. So for the side deck, 3 copies of Sphere, breaks Thunder Dragon, breaks Salamangreat Great, breaks any weird ass combo deck. I played against World Chalice, that never really came up, but I still sided it anyways. I played an Artifact Engine, so I played the triple Sanctum, and then I played 2 copies of Lancia and 1 copy of Scythe. So you want multiple Lancia just for like Thunder Dragon and Orcus, so you can play it as a hand trap going second. But like going first in games 2 and 3, if you side this in, you now have options to where you can set the Sanctum, and then if they go straight to battle phase, you summon out Lancia from deck to stop the evenly matched. But if they actually try to make a play, then you just summon out Scythe and basically halt them in their tracks. I was hoping this was going to be really effective against Salad, but it was really underwhelming, and I might actually cut it. 3 copies of Dark Bribe. With Mythic Mind and with just back row heavy decks right now, Twin Twisters and Evenly Matched are seeing a lot of play, and Dark Bribe stops them both. So I felt like that was pretty good. And then speaking of the devil, we obviously got Evenly Matched. I don't need to explain this card. But yeah, so that was the deck profile. Hope you enjoyed this Spice Rack exclusive.
Any shout outs?
Yeah, shout outs. You know what I'm saying? Give glory to God. Shout out to my mentor, Mariah. Took me in when I was a scrub and trained me to be the champion that I am today. So big shout out to him. Shout out to Team Spice Rack for being the greatest squad on the planet. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Catch y'all later.
All right, see you, Dylan. Thank you for the profile.
Yeah.